no, he didn't do that. Now he's decided that he's going to do that, and he thinks I didn't see that little red live thing come up.
Did you give your balls a tug?
Give your balls a tug. Hey, did you know that the guy that plays Shorzy also plays Wayne?
No, really?
Say what?
But Shorzy's missing a tooth, and Wayne's not.
I don't know how they're doing that too, because it honestly looks like he's missing a freaking tooth.
Sharpie.
No, it's actually you can see past it. So I don't know if they're putting.
Maybe he's really missing a tooth, and they're sticking a fake one in, a chiclet in there.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe he actually misses a tooth, and they just put in the crown or something.
He may have a partial upper or something, but for Shorzy, he's definitely missing. He's definitely missing one. I think they're putting like a little green condom on it, and then they just chroma key it.
Probably.
Hey,
are you ready for that intro, Gizzard?
Hey, Guns of Barbecue.
Hey.
What are we doing tonight?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Fowl Territory number 209.
Sorry about that.
Why did you do that?
Why are you all on mute when we're doing this thing?
Is nobody else muted?
No, we're not muted at all.
You're savages.
I'm glad the audience can't hear us while we're doing this.
Live from Burlington, it's Friday night.
That's right. All right, everybody. Hello there, and welcome to Fowl
Man, that's a
Territory
mighty big cock on the screen.
209. I am your host, Gizzard Gary, and welcome one and all to the show, as they say in show business.
It's really big shoe. It's a really big shoe.
Really big shoe. That's right. So let's take a look and see who's out there waiting for this mess.
What the hell
First
is this
one
panel?
out there is Kingpin, followed by Mike White, 2A Advocacy. And then Obnoxious One out there, and in here, G23 is in the audience. Plain Nut 767 is out there. Gunpowder Beauty is in the audience. Weston Probst. Defense Dad, not to be offensive, he is Defense Dad, is out there. 223 DMR is in the audience. The Fine Bovine 2 Live Moo is in the audience.
Moo.
The Gun Snob out there and in here. And that's it so far. Mike just jumped in. The other Mike.
Mike is this. This is just Mike.
Just Mike.
Just Mike.
Just Mike. Yep. So anyway, Moo says, I have a house full. I'll try in a little bit. You'll try what?
Probably got a pant full too. If I know Moo.
That
and
could be.
And a snoot full.
That could be too. He is, after all, from the state of intoxication. So
What the hell's this? What the hell's this poll out there about? This is crap.
Oh, we have a poll out there. What is the Gun
this.
Snub's favorite snack? We have 14 votes so far. Your choices are Werther's Original Candy. 57% of you voted that. Fig Newtons. 21% of the audience voted for that. Jolly Rancher Candy. 0%. And Andy Cap's Hot Fries with 21%.
Fun fact, I haven't had any of those in months.
I've seen you eat, I think, practically every one of
lying.
those.
So much.
I'm pretty sure
I really haven't, though.
his favorite is going to be the Werther's.
I did have a Jolly Rancher at SHOT Show because there were some people had them.
I know what his favorite road food is.
Something that weird guy when he's old.
Yep, definitely.
I will put away some handicapped hot fries on a road trip.
We'll leave that up there for a little bit. It'd be interesting to see who wins. Weston says whichever one has the most fruit in it, I'm sure. Devil Dog 17013 is out there in the audience.
Yankee is Snob's favorite snack.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Now, Mike White, 2A Efficacy, says, I will be going on vacation to a rodeo in Okmulgee County, Oklahoma at the end of August. Anyone been to or know of this rodeo?
I try to avoid Okmulgee like the plague.
What
But
is
Weston's pretty
with
close
you?
to
You're
there.
just spreading these fake words or going out
Here,
there.
you
and
making
people
that
just making them
stuff
up now. Now you got Gizzard's viewers making up fake words.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta watch out for the Okmulgee from Muskogee.
Okmulgee's pretty close to Muskogee.
All you got to do is make up a word that can't possibly exist, and it's probably a town in Oklahoma. So,
True story.
67 Rebel SSTAMC is out there. G23 says Snobby's favorite snack is the one that's free.
That's not true. I'm not Rob. I'm not a tightwad.
Rob's favorite snack is a salad, though.
Weston says I'm about 3 miles from Okmulgee County.
You'd think if he's that close, he could at least spell it right.
He's an Oklahoman. Come on, man.
Okmulgee. See, this is
Weston
what happens
knows.
when you're just making up words. Sometimes people misspell those words.
Well, I'm just an Okie
Weston knows you
from
stay out of
Okmulgee. Weird Okie names even Okies can't spell, he says. All right, so without further ado, Mike says you're going to Oklahoma on purpose? Yeah.
Stay off the turnpike.
That's right. Them things cost money. Ask Squib. Now, what doesn't cost money is my esteemed panel. These guys work for peanuts, trust me. And I'm going to have to get some peanuts and pay them.
Only circus peanuts.
Yeah, probably. Jacob Cochran is out there in the audience. Also, Woods is out there. Hello, gentlemen. So, my panel. You say panel? Panel? Okay, panel. Let's start with my co-host, who is to my right on the screen. The co-host with the co-most. He is from North Central North Carolina. And he is, of course, the sunshine that brightens our day, the oracle of knowledge, voice of reason, and the man of orange. Let's welcome your friend and mine, Obnoxious One.
Yo.
I knew that's what you were
So you talk about Rob, and then he shows up.
Rob's out there? Oh, hi, Rob. New York Outcast is out there. Honcho Fett is in the audience. Wow. We have 21 people. All right. Well, welcome aboard, Obi. Glad to have you. Also glad to have this next guy, my neighbor to the south. Claims to be the best looking gun tuber ever. Thank God he's got his camera shut off, so we can't quantify that statement. So,
no, God, it was a lie.
Maybe back when he had hair.
But Crystal Persicity is out there. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, darling. So far, she's the best looking one out here.
Oh,
hello,
well,
darling.
yeah, that kind of goes without
Ladies
saying.
and gentlemen, Conway Twitty.
Hello,
So
darling.
anyway, this guy down here is the pride of Chelsea, Oklahoma.
You're just as lovely.
They have so much to be proud about. In fact, the whole town is green with envy. So
Green Dragons, baby.
Let's welcome aboard Oklahoma's gun snob.
Yo.
That's already taken.
Oh. Hello.
That's better. Do not be infringing on other panelists' copyrights. He's rather sensitive. He has a legal team, remember?
I got to tell Mike White something now. While you're in Okmulgee, the Dairy Queen in Okmulgee, the DQ is not a DQ like normal DQs. It has the DQ ice cream side, but the food side is like a real old school Dairy Queen, and it's really good. So make sure you visit that and get some kitty chicken. They got the best kitty chicken. Other than that, Okmulgee sucks.
Alrighty. And last but not least, as you can plainly see, is the man that not only shoots, but he cooks. Hopefully he shoots what he cooks, or he cooks what he shoots. He also does a few live streams here and there, does a video or two, even has an alter ego of sorts. And what else can you say about him that hasn't already been said or shouldn't be
He's
said?
blind.
Not 100%. But anyway, welcome aboard Guns and Barbecue.
Yo.
Once again,
That's
I have to
it.
warn you.
I'm done. I'm getting my legal team on phone right now. You will all be hearing from them.
Thanks for the awesome introduction there, Gizzard. And as far as the government's concerned, I'm blind.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's how they classify me, so.
Well, it's plain to see. For
Mhm.
us, anyway.
I thought they classified you so that you had to actually announce that you had moved into the neighborhood.
You just have to fill out a paper at the courthouse.
Oh, okay.
No, in Pennsylvania, I think you just go check in with the state police.
Hmm.
Ugh.
All right, so we got this stuff going on in here. We got rodeo talk. Defense Dad says, does he actually clean his guns with barbecue sauce? Seems like it would get sticky.
We got to use vinegar base.
That's exactly what I was going to say, vinegar base.
That's about the only good use of vinegar-based barbecue
You
sauce.
shut your dirty hole.
That's a fact. All right, we got another panelist coming, and it is, of course, the proprietor of Gear Websites himself, Mr. Gun Websites. Hello.
Hey, good afternoon. Good evening. Thanks for the link. Thanks for hosting.
Good evening. While you're here, this is a good time to remind everybody that, let me find my, I can't find my thingy here.
That's what she said.
I left myself wide open with that one. I forgot one somewhere. There it is. Remind you that Gear Websites is your source for every Second Matters gun channels, gear, ammo ID, and more, patches, stickers, and other items. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday, and guess what, boys and girls? It's Friday, so get out there after the show and buy cool stuff at gearwebsites.com. It's very important that you do that.
Appreciate it. Thanks for doing that each week.
You bet. So, now that we have introduced all the panelists, let's get to the discussion. I see that Clint Torres, or you could say it quickly, Clint Torres, Snob does it better than me, is out there.
You know, his name's Ted Hitchcock, but if you say it real fast, it sounds like you're saying 10-inch cock.
I never thought of that. But I
Gizzard's
knew
still
you
looking
would.
for Clint. Never had been able to find that bastard.
Defense Dad had my first jib interview. I presume that's a job interview.
You don't know, maybe.
It'd be a jib interview in Iverson. 12 years today felt weird. Oh, I got a feeling that's not exactly correct. Misha N is out there. All right. Devil Dog says, Gary, if I ever need to hide from the Alphabet Boys, I'll run straight to the Ozarks. Don't know too many feds with the cojones to head up there without artillery support. Okay. But if you're heading there, chances are you're going to go in some sort of vehicle. And that's what we're talking about tonight. We're going to expand on vehicle carry. Now, a few weeks ago, we talked about how do you carry? And we kind of touched on vehicle carry there, but there are some peculiarities in how you can, should, or maybe shouldn't carry in a vehicle. So we're going to talk about that. So, can you take your concealed carry with you in the vehicle? Does it need to stay concealed, or does it need to be out in the open, or does it need to be put in the trunk? Or do you have a gun that you keep in the vehicle that you can get to for that? We'll talk about all that tonight. So, first of all, I'm going to presume everybody here in the panel carries one way or another when they're in a vehicle. Is that correct?
That's mighty presumptuous of you.
It is, but is it correct?
I can neither confirm nor deny if I carry while I'm in my vehicle.
Okay, that's fair. Snob.
Do you count if you're in a private jet and your pilots and stewardesses have the firearms on? Is that carrying?
I think
If
that
your
counts,
employees
especially if
have-
you pick up one of the stewardesses.
Yeah, if you pick up one of the stewardesses, then you're definitely carrying.
Mm-hmm.
My stewardess is overweight, and I'm weak.
Can you even call them stewardesses anymore? I thought they were flight attendants.
I like to refer to them as sky waitresses.
It usually goes over really well.
They really appreciate that that's their actual job title. They really appreciate that if you just lay on that little bell and start yelling sky waitress.
Anytime service people give you any kind of problem, just remind them who's paying for their bills.
I pay your salary.
Sky Maid.
You should definitely do that if the people are taking too long with your food too.
You should
Mhm.
do
I like to
Yep.
make it clear, maybe to like the pilots or whoever's the boss of the plane, like if I snap, I don't want to have to say stuff to the help plate when it does snap. ding a bell or something.
So Mystic Guns is in the audience. Yay. Everybody say yay.
Yay.
Yay. That's great.
This is so wonderful. So amazing that Mystic is out there. We guess.
We guess so. So anyway, I guess where you can and can't carry, first of all, has a lot to do with where you live. And I'm talking legalities here.
No.
I like how Gizzard didn't ask the blind guy if he carries when he's in a vehicle.
You
Has
carry
because
when
I'm
you're
blind, I
in-
can't drive.
with where you live.
Do you?
Oh, no, I can't drive.
And they'd say drive.
When I'm riding, always.
You can get in a vehicle and not drive. I'm pretty sure. That's
Gizzard
why they
knows
have
all about
doors
it.
on the other side of the
To
vehicle.
say, because it's not like I ever have to worry about crossing state lines anymore. So, yeah, always.
Okay,
There's a
so
song. There's a song about this. It goes something like this: I don't need the laws of man to tell me what I can and cannot do. Something like that.
right. And I totally understand that, but for the purpose of maybe quote unquote advising our audience, I have to caution them about to check the legalities of what is allowed in your area before you make a decision as to if
That's on
and
them.
how you're going to carry in your vehicle. So, and if you're going from one state to another, that makes a big difference too. So, but there are many ways that you can carry in a vehicle. One of those, typically, the way I do it is I just carry it in the same place I carry it all the time when I get in a vehicle, but that can be a problem. Why would that be a problem? Anybody?
I got nothing.
Because when you enter the vehicle, it's now considered concealed.
Well, I was getting more along the line of now you've got a seat belt to deal with. Now you're in a sitting position versus standing position. A lot of the places where you would normally carry aren't that easy to get to in a sitting position with a belt going across your lap.
Chest rig.
There you go.
But if you take
I
your
did-
gun off and set it on the dashboard whenever you drive, right there, whenever you need it, right there.
Yeah, and then Voda showed you how you just pick it up and make sure that they see you clearing it when you get pulled over.
Yeah, if it's Gizzard, his gun would have fell on the floor, and then he'd be yelling at me and griping at me for my driving.
Well, that's true too. So,
But in reality, I mean, the potential of needing to use a firearm is low. The potential of needing to use a firearm in a vehicle is lower. And then while you're driving or doing something where you need to draw it in a firearm is, I'm not going to say it's the lowest, but it's very, very rare. So
Yeah, because you have
So
a
it's
perfect
probably-
opportunity to get away in a vehicle.
just such a rare thing. So I'm thinking that for the the safety and the whatever of just leaving it on your hip like everybody does, because I don't think too many people are really concerned about when they're driving. So you're more danger, more risk at holstering and unholstering, they say. So just leaving it in there is probably, in the big scheme of things, the big picture, the big odds, I'd say better than any of the magnets or separate holsters or things that take your holster off. I think it's an issue when you're going to work or someplace like going to a court building where you have to take it off to go into the building. And then then it's less driving, but more leaving it in the vehicle unattended or alone.
But
I
there
just
are
have a
various
clip gun.
options for taking it off your belt, and perhaps, like you mentioned, the magnets that go underneath, usually the dash or something like that, I believe. There are holster rigs that can be mounted to like the inside of your next to your, I guess where your the words are escaping me right now. The transmission thing, the shifter, the center console. You can get a Velcro strip and put on there, and there are holsters that will hook to that. Some people just wedge it in next to the seat. I've known people who just throw it on the passenger seat. Wouldn't recommend that, but I've seen it done. And then there are people who will put their gun in the center console or maybe the glove compartment while they're driving. I'm not talking about when they get out to go in someplace.
I just keep one in my center console all the time.
You keep one in your center console all the time.
100% of the time. It never comes out.
And you don't
Okay,
have to worry about taking it off when you're taking it off your belt or whatever. You just also have one there.
So, if I may ask, what is the purpose of that? Is that so you don't have to reach for your other gun, or is that a second backup?
So I don't have to reach for my other gun, or just because a lot of times I don't wear a gun when I'm doing stuff around here or just running the town and stuff. I won't put one on. I've just got one in my truck. I know.
Or
it's horrible,
somebody's with you that doesn't have one, and something happens and they need one.
Yeah, say, hey, buddy, got an extra gun? So I'm saying, yeah, I just happen to have one.
Well, I mean, there's more than one hidden away in my truck.
Battery will be dead in the optic, but he'll give it to
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Actually, the one that's in my console is my GX4, so it doesn't have an optic.
Weston says, if I'm traveling, I will take it off and put it in the center console. Misha says, to be fair, if I'm in my car and not going to work, there are two guns in my car. Honcho Fett says,
Can
gun
confirm.
magnets. Fence Dad says, just get one of those fancy belt buckle Derringers. Problem solved. Yeah, that's an option
There you
too. New York Outcast, he says, I can draw my gun from the 3 o'clock position in the car or appendix. A cargo pocket works too. Okay. Now Clint says,
So is an old FUD who's got one of them NAA belt buckle holsters, I guess they're called. Is that appendix carry? Because it's at an angle in that same area. It's just open, and it's like open appendix carry.
Open appendix carry, yeah.
Yeah, kind
And
of.
it's been like that since the 70s. So just saying.
I want one of those so bad. I need to just give it and get one.
You should get one. They're staying up nights making those things. Clint says, if you're right-handed, practice unhooking your seatbelt with your left hand.
Is that a Kansas thing, or is that something I just
Clint's not in Kansas, so
Anymore?
Staying up late?
Could be. Honcho Fett says, but what if you have your appendix removed? What then? Yeah, that's always a problem. Misha
then you
says
have a
one must
pocket.
have a car gun, much like you must have a toilet and shower gun. That's a
What if
whole
they're going
nother-
in there to remove your appendix for whatever reason, right? And then they're already going to put a cut in there. You're already going to have a big void there. Why not just leave it a pocket?
Yeah,
Mhm.
make a holster.
You could very easily get it big enough to put one of those NAA revolvers in. For sure.
Then you're
Maybe a
definitely
life car.
appendix carrying.
You're actually appendix carrying.
So, if you've got one or two truck guns in your truck, Snob, what happens if you take it in to get it serviced? Do you have to say, "Oh,
Where am I
hold
gonna
on,
take it?"
I got to get my gun case and get 16 guns out of my truck"?
I just leave them in there if they're not going through my crap. The only place I take it's a tire shop. When I get my oil changed, I stay in my truck and never get out.
You get your oil changed?
All.
And if I'm getting something worked on it, my father-in-law's a mechanic, so that's the least of my worries.
How many Earls have you had in your life?
Goodbye, Earl.
Good.
He had to die.
Defense Dad wants to know, would it be acceptable to just install a gun turret in the roof of my Chrysler?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why not.
I mean, it's acceptable. Whether it's advised or not is another thing entirely.
You
It's
should
a
definitely
whole
use plenty of silicone so it doesn't leak.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is he gonna
Those
put anything
roof
on
turrets
said turret?
always leak.
Tim S. is out there saying, "What's up, y'all?" Also, I just saw Chris from the 740 is in the audience. Tim says, "Earl's
I do
got
not-
the dynamite."
I do not any longer have a console. Well, I still have it, but I don't have the truck that one fit in. One of them won't fit in my truck now. So I just keep a bunch of crap in my console, so it's all hidden.
Weston
there's
says,
3
"Enough
notebooks in
caulk
here."
will fix a turret leak." Do you have enough caulk?
You can always put Flex Seal on it, though. That's the thing nowadays. If you can float a boat with a screen door on the bottom, you can Flex Seal a turret where it won't leak.
Amisha says you can always install a gun turret in a car, but don't attach a pistol brace to it. That's true.
Then it's a short-barreled gun turret.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I mean, you're going to end up with turret syndrome.
Wow.
Where'd you get those little
Is
tiny
that like
hands?
turrets?
Look, he broke out the tiny hands to face palm.
Screw you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Those were your regular hands. My fault.
Screw you.
Wow. Gizzard tries to have a real conversation, and here it goes, right down the gutter.
Well, I got to keep into account who I choose to have on my panel.
Hey, it's not even the panel is the biggest problem. It's your chats also.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah, my invoices haven't been paid in a long time. I'm just saying.
Defense Dad says, "Ooh, put an Altor where the cigarette lighter used to be. Nobody will know."
To want to know why you got a glue gun in your cigarette lighter.
Has anybody had one of those flashlights that you put in the cigarette lighter and then it charges and then you can use it?
No.
They look like about the size of a shotgun shell.
I've seen them, but I've never had one.
I didn't know they had such a thing.
I had one in the cop car because I had that cigarette lighter. I didn't really need it. I had a bunch of other electric ports and stuff, so worked out pretty good.
I'm surprised Olight don't make a version of that.
I mean, they actually would make sense because at least you would always know where your car
cigarette
flashlight
lighters
is.
out there anymore.
And it'd always be charged. Well, they'll just work in a regular port too.
All right, so what other considerations for carrying in a vehicle are there?
It depends.
Does it matter where you are? Like if you're driving by a school or anything like that?
No.
Not in Oklahoma.
Depends on if I'm just going making a trip someplace, I'll just leave it on my hip. If I'm taking a long drive, I've got the coat and holster in there. that holds
So if
it
you're
down.
If you're going
I got
any
it.
distance away from your place, wherever you live, right? Or
Mhm.
how much on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the ultimate definite, 1 being no care at all. How much what's the word? Like how much preparedness for something going south? So I went on a long road trip and 9/11 happened, and I was like, dang it. And I left a bunch of stuff in Tucson that I could have just as easily brought with me. So now I don't do that anymore. So does anybody else bring stuff when you're going like more than you can boogie home?
I've got a get home bag in my truck and one in the wife, and my wife's got one in her car. So it's got some basic medical supplies in it, some survival stuff in it, and it's got a lockbox with a firearm in it, just in case. So
Not a bad plan at all.
a couple, change clothes and pair of boots, and
of course, a package of Werther's original candy, right?
No, afraid not.
He's just gonna leave me out there
Evidently,
to
that's
die.
what the gun snob would have, because in our poll, 32% say Werther's original candy is the gun snob's favorite snack. But 29%, pretty strong for second place, is Fig Newtons. And then I went ahead and ended it. In third place, Andy Cap's Hot Fries, 20%. And last is Jolly Rancher candy with 17%. But all of them got some votes. So, Snob, tell us, what really is your favorite of those? Or is it
Those?
something else entirely?
I mean, truthfully, that's probably pick Werther's original.
Knew it.
Oh,
Isn't there a big bag of Jolly Ranchers behind you all the time?
Yeah, it's still back there. I haven't eaten them forever.
those are the dog's favorite candy, I think.
Well, I
figured
ate all
that's
the
a
good
different
flavors
bag.
out of it, so now it's got like purple in it. And those are terrible.
And the
Best
green
one is blue raspberry and cherry.
Blue raspberry and the green. Watermelon's not terrible.
Watermelon's not bad.
There's a
Those
green
are
apple
all
right
made
there.
by dentists. I'm
I
sure
could
that
do without the green apple though.
What is wrong with you,
Green apple's the best.
I'm not a child anymore.
Yeah.
blasphemer?
So Defense Dad says everyone knows his favorite snack is really paint chips.
Only if it's lead based.
Well,
course.
yeah, that's the only paint that chips.
So the vote leaning towards were the originals. Does that somehow imply what Snob's going to be like when he's an old man, just that creepy old man at the playground being, here, kids, you want some candy, that he pulls out of his pocket and there's just a bunch of
that's
Werther's
usually one
original.
of the butterscotch discs. They're never fancy enough to have Werther's originals. They're those terrible little butterscotch discs.
Oh, no. My great-grandfather, it was always Werther's. And say he did not cheap out on his butterscotches.
You know what's good? The Werther's originals that are green apple stuffed with like this gooey green apple stuff in the center.
I've never even heard of those.
Oh, it's next time you go to the grocery store. You can't look for them. Feel for
I'll just sniff around.
them.
Ghost Tactical's in the audience. Hi, Ghost. Let's see. Defense Dad says incorrectly that all Jolly Ranchers are good except cinnamon. Cinnamon candy is sadness.
Nope, he is absolutely correct.
Cinnamon
Well,
candy.
Yeah, I
except
think
for
he's
the
correct.
all Jolly Ranchers, because the purple are bad.
Yeah, the purple's terrible. I said the
Hey,
purple
Ghost,
was
did you
bad.
get
They're not good, but they're not bad. Like I can tolerate them. They're on par with the green apple ones for me.
I cannot believe that you put purple in the same
Mhm.
class as green apple.
I think I've probably only eaten like 3 of them things in my whole life, and then I can't imagine.
That's
people eat
enough
them.
of his shenanigans and his BS. Purple and green apple are the same. You just sit back there and think about what you've done.
He just got put in timeout.
While we're waiting, PlaneNet767 says, has anyone seen the lock boxes that are made to be car seat headrest? Saw one a few weeks ago, and I have mixed feelings about them after seeing them.
I saw it. Look pretty. Actually, look kind of cool.
We had a discussion about those somewhere.
They're
the
safe.
price on
They're locked when they're on there.
Yeah, those are shot, didn't they?
See the price on them? How much were they?
They're kind of spendy.
$600 for a pair. 500.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
there's some issues with them. One, they're hideous looking and they're not going to match your factory headrests. Two, your headrest is a part of the crash safety.
Yeah.
Are they rated for that?
And wait a minute. Is it not just a big iron box?
So it's going to stick out like a sore thumb. It's not hidden at all.
Well, it's got
I mean,
padding
it's
around
hidden,
it
it
to
just
make it
looks
look like
weird.
a headrest, sort of.
So they're a brand. So as soon as a criminal knows about them, they're going to just look for them. So now they're going to stand out because they look different than your car.
Well, when you
And-
install them, there's supposedly a lock voltage put in there so they can't just lift them out and take them.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be able to take them out, but
Oh, well. And then the other thing is that I've driven in a Crown Vic. I can't remember what year it was, like 2007. I don't know if anybody's ever driven a 7 Crown Vic. It's got the weirdest headrest that I drove it to Vegas to shot one year when we rented it. And then I had like a crook neck for like weeks, or like whatever you call it, like a bad neck for like weeks from that thing. So if it's not made for the seat and it's just some headrest, imagine it's not going to just be comfortable to drive. And then, like Snob said, these things are usually a big piece of foam, not a big piece of metal. So I would not want to be in an accident with a big piece of metal behind the head.
I mean, the good news is the driver's seat one's just, probably your foam. The passenger, it's, that's their problem. That's not your problem. Because the gun goes in the passenger seat one.
So Stephen Sheets is out there.
Yes, Stephen's dad, yes.
The J.C. Whitney shelves that lower your sun. I don't remember those.
You don't
I know
remember
exactly
those?
what he's talking
Mm-mm.
about. They'd fit right perfect in your 85 Ford F-250.
Yep.
And you probably got a discount if you ordered the baseball cap, that, and the bug shield that went straight up and was like red colored.
And the whoopee cushion. You had to get that too. So
I miss
Defense
JC
Jet.
Whitney. JC Whitney was awesome.
Oh yeah, they had
Yep.
everything.
Are they still a thing?
Anybody else ever sit around
Yep.
junior high with a JC Whitney catalog, like souping up every car? Like, oh, what kind of
Mhm.
car does your grandma have? Okay, let's go soup that one.
Mm-hmm. J.C. Whitney was kind of the Amazon of car parts.
Yeah, they had stuff you didn't even think of.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure enough, J.C. Whitney online.
BB radio with a shower. Now I need that.
Yep.
Weston says a red bug shield to match your two-tone Chevy. There you go.
Primer and rust.
I tried like 100 different ways to justify getting neon lights underneath of my car back in the day. When they were still expensive and it wasn't like $15 to go buy a rope light or whatever they are now.
Apparently, J.C. Whitney was acquired by CarParts.com.
Really?
I've looked at it and it's nowhere near as fun as it used to be to just look at the weird, like if like, one of the Chinese wish things in JC Whitney got together, that'd be great. If you could just buy like a $4 gear shifter that looked like a skull with eyeballs of glue or something.
He was acquired in
Premium plated,
2010.
fully illuminated, genuine accessory shift knob.
And in July of 2020, J.C. Whitney was merged into CarParts.com. It began in 1915.
I was going to say, it was just a couple of years ago. I was actually on jcwhitney.com looking up obscure dirt bike tires because
Apparently, it was before July of 2020.
Yes, it was. Well, shoot! Now that I think of it, it was probably about 5 years ago because it was shortly before I lost my vision. So
Weston says Rock Auto is the new J.C. Whitney. Not as cool, but practical. Okay. Well, I think,
Bad.
have we ran this conversation into the ground sufficiently, do you think? Vanessa Kitty's out there, by the way.
Are we saying truck guns and stuff like that, or is it just sticking with CCW?
Yeah, that's fine. Any kind of things that you do specifically in a vehicle. So yeah, I wanted to talk about truck guns, and I kind of
She's like
wanted.
screw truck guns. I only like van guns.
So can you not have car guns? I hear everybody talk about truck guns, but how about SUV guns?
Well, that's when I
Those
think
are
they
things-
turned into trunk guns when people started getting other kinds of vehicles. Because, you know what I mean, like back in the day, it was like you had a truck, you had a gun in there. But yeah, I think if people are carrying around for,
I mean, I technically don't have a trunk either. I have a cargo compartment in the back. So. But
I just wish I didn't have a extended cab or super crew truck, just a regular cab truck, because then I'd just put my guns in the back window like the olden days. I had one of those when I was in high school, the rack in the back window.
buy those gun racks.
I guarantee you, J.C. Whitney had them up until 2020.
Did anybody ever own an El Camino?
I never did.
An El Camino
Definitely
is
the
a
Ranchero.
station wagon. I don't know if it's the same on a Ranchero. I don't think it is because me and Bobby used to get in big fights about them. But an El Camino is a station wagon undercarriage with the El Camino on top. So that means if you go into the behind the front, well, there's only the front seats on an El Camino. But if you go behind the seats, and then you know what to do, you can get into the floor well of, imagine where the back seat of a station wagon would be. That still exists, but they put the carpet and everything over it, so it's kind of like a hidden compartment in an El Camino. Super cool. It's like a size of a couple of shoe boxes down there. You can get to it from the bed, and you can get to it from the front if you cut some holes.
Nice.
El Caminos know what they're doing.
I want a early 50s El Camino, so it has tail fins.
Yeah, they're all awesome, really.
So now Devil Dog 17013 says, sadly in California, without a CCW permit, you can only carry a firearm in your vehicle unloaded in a locked case, either in the trunk or in such a manner that it isn't easily accessible to the driver.
What's the point in having one if it's not easily accessible?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Bad Guy. Stop real quick so I can get into my case and get my gun and then get into my other case. And
Looky here. Looky here.
what you got? Oh.
Now, with what he just said, is that only if you don't have a permit, or is that if you have a permit as well? Because I'm aware of those.
Without a permit.
Look at that. All its glory. Only $12.19. People pay all this money for their gun storage in their vehicles, and you can get that for $12.
Skid Mark has posted his member for 1 month chat out there. Thank you. Says hi all. I don't know what happened.
That's like a free super chat that you get as a channel member. Everybody's a channel member. You can just free super chat like that once in a while.
Yeah, once a month you can. Want to remind everybody that we have a giveaway coming up at the top of the hour.
We do?
We do. And to enter said
What are we giving
giveaway,
away?
you have to enter hashtag FT209 in the text chat. You can do that on Facebook, YouTube, even Twitch. How about
All right,
that?
folks, get ready. You heard, man. He said he's giving away a new gun. So get in.
I don't believe I heard anybody say that. Ozzy is out there, by the way. Ozzy Osbourne, barking at the moon, I presume.
Wait a minute. Are we talking about guns in a vehicle because somebody's winning a vehicle today?
With a gun.
A vehicle with a gun.
Gizzard's going to one of those dealerships that are running that special. You buy a gun, get a free rifle.
Vanessa Kitty says there's a nice El Camino down in Middletown, Connecticut. I see it on the way to the appointments there. Red and white. Wow, you don't see too many anymore.
You know what else you don't see too much anymore of? Sarge, but he's out there.
I see Sarge out there. Hi, Sarge. Sarge's alter ego. Also have Ikim Zipol is out there.
All right, so what is an appropriate truck gun, car gun, SUV gun, van gun? What's the appropriate gun for that?
Used to be an AR pistol.
Still is.
High point carbine.
Kel-Tec Sub 2000. Oh, there you go.
Yep,
See?
there it is out there in the chat.
That's a man who knows his stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if you carry an M&P, it'd probably be the new M&P carbine because they kind of go together.
One of those, the local gun store that posts stuff up on Facebook, they got one of those in, and their tag on it actually said Kel-Tec M&P.
Misha said the SP5. No, I think you do the briefcase MP5 is the appropriate.
Well, only if you're a businessman or a lawyer or something.
Or the Trailblazer pivot rifle, possibly.
I ain't putting something that expensive in my truck.
Nope.
Could it be called the M&P 2000?
Ooh.
It's M&P 2023.
Now, Devil Dog says, I want the new High Point 10mm, but it isn't approved for sale in California because it's new and hasn't been submitted for approval.
And it won't be.
Can it be with the weight of it and the material?
Sarge says the Life Card is a great truck gun. Opinions?
I like more than the 22.
Yeah, well, would you have a 22 in your?
It's not going to look like a gun, so you can keep it in the car easily. Like what Snob was saying, like nobody's going to even pay too attention to a thing. It's kind of a piece of electronics or maybe a tool or something. You could put it in a toolbox. Nobody'd ever look. And then if you did have like, I don't know, like maybe it's not the same back there, but you still have raccoons and stuff. But if you're out somewhere and you get stuck, or you're overnight somewhere, you're just at somebody's house and there's like a rabbit, something or another. If you have to dispatch it, what are you going to get out, like a shotgun and make a big mess? I think 22, a discreet 22 like that, super useful. I'd like it to be $60 or something, but same kind of thing with like a small Derringer or something.
G23 says the switch gun is better than the Life Card.
Which one's that?
That's that folding 22 revolver that's
it's just
kind of got the spring-loaded.
The Life Card doesn't look like a gun. That's where it's real thing.
The switch gun's just a North American Arms copycat with a fancy grip.
A little bit better, but or a little bit different at least, but yeah.
Ozzy says all the good guns have been banned in Illinois, so my vehicle gun is a Taurus G2C. Serge says the Taurus 605 Toro would be good too.
You don't look at that switch gun and not know it's a gun, even when it's folded. It's a gun.
Hillbilly Up wants to know, would blow darts work?
Only if you put tree frog venom on the tips of them.
Did you know, little tip, if you've got one of them gun show blow dart guns, right? You could put a 9mm and then blow on it, and you get a little bit more energy than if you actually shoot.
Let's see. Wood says ultimate truck gun is a 9mm outdoor, safe and effective. Keep a hold of it though.
Obnoxious and never hit the target with it.
you'd only get one shot off, and then you'd have to go find it. So.
Yeah, but I hit it 36 yards. Unlike 2 other people I know.
It's all right. You couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with your 10 millimeter
Yeah, that's fair.
from 10 yards.
That was a bad day.
Wood says, I painted my outdoor to look like a glue gun.
Why
Well,
would
didn't
you
need
have
use
to
very
paint
much
it?
paint.
Yeah. What
All you have to do is
painting
just
would
stick
you
a cord
do?
on it.
I mean, you could bedazzle it and make it look like a glue gun, but I don't think you got to do much with painting.
Travis T's out there, and Marie B is out there. Blitz is in the audience saying, yo. You're going to have to warn him.
Nah, Blitz is good. He's good people.
Blitz is good. Okay.
Yeah, he's up there in Illinois. I make concessions for my brothers behind enemy lines who couldn't get out like I did.
Defense
Except
Dad
that
says,
Ozzy guy.
I wonder how many people will adopt an AK over a folder for a truck gun now.
Over folder,
Over folder.
not over a folder.
That's a stock that folds over the top.
Excuse me.
Just trying to.
You mean underfolder?
Well, they got an over folder too, don't they?
No. The 9mm PPS-8 or something has on the top folder. But if you get in the way of charging handles, usually things don't go over the top.
So Sarge says firing an outdoor is still a hostile gesture.
Yep, and the only one you'll be able to make.
Yep. Better make it count. Honcho says just wrap your AR pistol stabilizers in tinfoil. Now you have throwing stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, the views and opinions expressed by Honcho Fed are the views and opinions of Honcho Fed only, do not reflect the views and opinions or the current rule definition that has been published by the ATF.
That is true. Devil Dog says, whoever said 10 millimeter won't be approved is correct. California's handgun roster requires too much for new approval. We can't even get Gen 4 and 5 Glocks. We're limited to Gen 3, approved before the newer regs. Sarge says,
Yeah, it'll require
Is that
loaded
just
chamber indicators and like different weird safeties. I think they even require safety on the slide and the thing now. So there's the things that you have to do to comply are more than just like normal safety or more than normal product safety, I guess. They're beyond that, and that would be redesigning those guns. And I think they did it that way because their whole goal was to, slow down the amount of gun owners and how often they buy guns and all that.
Does
But is it
everything
also
in
part-
California have to have anything new to get on the roster? It has to have micro stamping as well. I mean, isn't that?
Oh yeah, I think that's a thing now, and there, stuff comes. I would like to say stuff comes off of it too, but.
so C4 Defense says, "Bwah ha ha ha, Obi got corrected while correcting Gizzard. This made my night." Wow. But Honcho Fett says, I get all my info from Obnoxious One. Mario Mosen, he
I
says,
wouldn't recommend that at all.
Hi! Defense Dad says, Nebraska, it's legal to drive around with a loaded AR in the back seat. Aren't we lucky?
You are.
Rob D says, still an ugly Glock. Okay. Devil Dog says, loaded chamber indicator, magazine disconnect, and microstamping are 3 of the requirements. Misha says, California requires you to give a DNA sample and register all your guns and ammo to even own a gun.
A magazine disconnect is the dumbest feature on any handgun. Changed my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Slide mounted safety.
Second dumbest. Magazine disconnect, still dumber.
Safety on a revolver.
Magazine disconnect, still dumber.
Yeah, I still think magazine disconnect is dumber than a frame out of safety. I mean, if you accidentally engage your frame out of safety, you just flip it off. If you drop your magazine, you're not firing that one that's still in the pipe until you get that magazine back in.
Well, more when you're cleaning it, you create a new manual of arms that's completely separate from pretty much all guns. So you're making new gun owners like hobbled with weird extra issues. And then people who are familiar with guns get really confused when you start putting that into the mix out of nowhere. So it was either strategic, like they knew guns, and they knew that was a real Achilles heel to really mess with people, or they're just so oblivious they just happened to eventually find something that's a real, like not just an error, but like a deliberate error almost.
It makes dry fire dang near impossible practice, dang near, you know, a pain in the butt unless you get a special mag or, you know, have to deal with that every time you rack the slide.
That's true. Now, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I see it is coming up on 10 o'clock p.m., so we are almost to what you call halftime.
Oh, who's the chicken that everyone loves? Gizzard Gary, who's 4'2" but stands above. Gizzard Gary, a ton of ex-wives and more to come. Gizzard Gary, who loves to give gifts to everyone. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Gizzard Gary, giveaway. Gizzard Gary, giveaway.
Hi, folks. Gizzard Gary here.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is that time of the night. It's your favorite part of the show. It's the time of the night where we give you stuff and things. That's right, folks. We've got an awesome giveaway
you
tonight.
did not.
You quit.
Hey, Snob,
Things and stuff.
what
My
number
apologies.
episode is this?
Fowl Territory number 209.
Oh, he actually remembered.
Yeah. And tonight, guess what we have? Guess what we have, folks, for you good folks. Tonight, we have a chicken dinner. That's right. Gizzard's going to ship you out a fried chicken dinner. Or he's going to ship you a gift card where you can go down to the local Chick-fil-A and pick up your own fried chicken nuggets. Delicious. And get a cold glass of lemonade to go with it. That's right, folks. So you're going to receive all this kind of swag Gizzard's fixing to show you, plus a $10 Chick-fil-A gift card. And all you have to do to win this, all you have to do, folks, is type hashtag FT209 in the chat. Gizzard, what do we have for him tonight?
Well, we got all kinds of stuff, man. But we're going to start out with the super huge Gizzard Gary
Holy
channel sticker. Look how big that one is. I got a big one this time.
That's what she said.
That's right. That's right. And we're going to follow that up with the Fowl Territory thumbnail.
That looks like a pretty
sticker.
cool thing.
It is
What a
pretty
square.
Cool. It's rectangular.
That's rectangle, you blind bastard.
Don't be a rectangle.
Actually, I thought all squares were rectangles, but rectangles can't be squares. By definition.
Gizzard's like, I hate you all.
Anyway. Despite the fact that we have one on the panel, we're going to give away an OK2A.org sticker.
Well,
Now,
that's a great
is-
organization. Everybody should support OK2A.
That's an oval, by the way.
Do they have
not a
patches?
circle?
Because that'd be a pretty sweet patch.
That's a sticker, by the way.
I do not have a patch if they have patches. I have stickers, I have pins, and all that.
How
but I do
about
not
this
have a patch.
sticker? That's a rare one.
That's a pissed off eagle.
Reloading from the hot pot.
Ooh.
Ooh. And you're going to receive a sticker pack from one of my esteemed Mystic Gun says, I'm not used to big things.
Mr. Guns is about to get timed out. Just saying.
You
A sticker pack from Chris from the 740.
Oh, snap.
One of my esteemed channel
Is he that
members.
weird guy from Ohio?
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like I
that
need
kind
to
of
go in
one
more
kind of
times.
goes with the other.
Yeah,
but
which one? Which weird guy from Ohio are you talking about?
Oh, snap. Mystic Guns was timed out by C4 Defense for 300 seconds.
Oh no! How did that happen?
Oh, we're not supposed to read the chat out loud, are we?
Nobody likes a tailgate.
How about a
What
sticker
the hell
from
is going on?
HK Knives?
HK makes knives. Do
They
they hate
do.
their customers also?
Yes, they hate knives. HK. One of Obi's favorite companies, XS Sites, the fastest sites in any light. They are fast too. You gotta be careful; they'll get away from you. They're that fast.
Mm-hmm.
And one of all of our favorite companies, Live Free Armory.
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her. Okay. Maybe you've heard
I've never heard of Gizzard, clearly.
That's true.
That's
I
fair.
guess we should
I
ask
was
Keith if
being
he's got
nice.
that
I didn't
shit.
even mention that. How about Foxtrot Mike Products? Look at that magic, man. But wait, there's more. Oh, yeah, there's more. How about IWI, Israel Weapon Industries? It's a big sticker. And then another good company that we've already mentioned earlier, Lock Grips. Yeah, I got lots of stickers, man.
You got lots of stickers, but do you have any patches?
Yeah, there
Patches?
might be, but
You
just
don't
wait
need
till
no
we get
stinking
there.
patches.
Because we've got this sticker from the Guns and Mental Health WTTA podcast.
I wonder what WTTA stands for.
Walk
Shame
the
nobody
Talk
tells us.
America.
Oh,
Silly.
Gizzard Gary giveaway.
And then, here it comes. The
Passat
Passat
Dagor.
Dagor.
Do it now.
But wait, there's more. Patches, you might say. Patches? We got patches. How about the 2023 SHOT Show patch from Palmetto State Armory?
That's worthless.
that
That show is already gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's still 2023.
Yeah, but that show is over.
Yeah, so I couldn't give them away during the. Well, I could have, I guess, but. And one of the Gun Snob's favorite patches, the Minuteman moment.
You're a son of a bitch.
Damn, came out swinging.
A burn.
But last but
Don't
not
worry,
least,
he's just going to swing at you with those little tiny hands, though.
I don't
let's
like
not
it.
forget the $10 Chick-fil-A gift card.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. It's real. It's real, folks. It's real. And all you got to do is put that hashtag in the chat and be lucky enough for the fickle finger of fate to pick you.
You know what? We should wait.
in the
We should
time.
wait and do GORN and then draw, just to make all these people mad out there. And then tell them they have to
Brilliant.
be present to win. Just change the rules like that on them. That'd be fun.
That's
We
really
could
what
do
you want to do is make all your viewers upset.
Yep. That is my goal, is to make all Gizzard's viewers upset.
All right, so there is the giveaway tool. We have 31 entries.
I thought
We have
Snob was the giveaway
31
tool.
people watching this. So, Obnoxious One, give me the command.
What are the numbers?
31 and 31.
Do it.
Good luck, everybody.
Oh my God. Gizzard didn't send Travis those patches.
Oh,
I think I only entered once.
well, look who won. Misha.
Congratulations, Misha.
Travis,
That,
I'll get those to you.
that doesn't sound like you meant it at all.
Oh, I didn't mean it.
Sorry,
Why would I-
Misha.
why would
Let's
I
say
not
the
mean to
Minuteman's
congratulate
trying to
Misha?
do everything under a minute now.
Screw Misha.
Cut.
All right, next.
Congratulations.
No, we're not congratulating him. Screw him. Next, it's time for Show Us Your Snob Memes.
Show us what?
Your snob memes.
I thought you said
Oh,
snob
memes.
beans. For
That's what I thought he said was beans. I was like, oh man, does anybody's camera zoom that much?
I don't want to see
Oh.
any snub beans.
Ooh, that hurt. That hurts. So we're
Probably
gonna
next to a can of bushes.
We're going to clear the brand. We're going to clear the banner because it is time for our next segment. Mr. Gunstop.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for your second favorite part of the show. The part of the show where you send us your GORN. That's right, folks. Send us some pictures, some cool stuff. We want to see all your new gun and ammo or gun and knife purchases. That's right, folks. Send them in. Let's see them. You can email them to gorn@gizzardgary.com, or you can tag them on Instagram with the account at GG Fowl Territory. That's right, folks, at GG Fowl Territory. Now, if you do send these in an email to gorn@gizzardgary.com, make sure you include your channel name and email. That way we don't have to read your email out loud. Because if it's Pink Panty Smeller 27, we'll know it's barbecue.
I thought it was Pink Panty Sniffer 69. What are you talking about?
Could be, but it's not.
Oh.
So it's time for
Mistaken identity.
Show us your guns. Jump the gun.
GORN, guns, GORN. We're starting with GORN, by the way.
Looks like we're starting with memes.
Yeah, that's kind of GORN. This comes from Clint, the Taurus. Says, don't mind us, we're just burning 300 gallons of jet fuel to de-ice this clean energy wind turbine.
Yeah, it can't kill birds if it's not spinning.
That's right. I like it. He's got more. We'll be able to look at most of them. There's one we might save. Okay. She has such cute toes.
Wow.
She does too. Look at them toes.
Look at that camel. Oh, wait.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, let's see. This one isn't quite that spicy. Just moderate spice on this one. Man survives a Kodiak bear attack with just a .22 pistol. The friend he shot in the knee was not as lucky.
By the way, you can't make that joke on Instagram because you'll get a community guidelines strike for promoting violence.
Yes, I know. They have no fun at all.
It's so stupid.
I guess.
Yeah,
but yet we all
AI learns and whatnot from everything that we post and everything. You think it would learn what sarcasm is?
At least
except I'm not being sarcastic when I say it.
Seen the memes Chase sends that he finds on Instagram and the reels, and those are okay.
Yep.
So but we have post,
if somebody posts that the CDC says not to push your slower friend down when you're running from a bear attack, and you post on there that fine, shoot him in the leg, it is, you're going to get dinged.
On the screen now is a commemorative stamp honoring the only first lady to receive an annual prostate exam.
Wow.
Cool.
And we have another panelist coming onto the program. Let's welcome Sarge, C4 Defense.
Let's go back to when he wasn't on here.
What's up, Sarge?
I would say hello, but Snob was being smart with me, so I don't want to say hello anymore.
No, Snob wasn't being smart with anybody.
He didn't like the fact I was on here. He's mean.
I still don't.
Oh, see? Hello, everyone. Except Snob.
I would say hello, but my lawyer will yell at me if I talk to the fuzz.
Well, I think Sarge will like this one. They look so cute and cuddly, but the slightest thing can turn this beautiful creature into something so dangerous and violent that the toughest of men could be killed or maimed for life. Here you can see it cuddling a bear.
Accurate.
Okay. This one, I guess I'm going to have to take that bottom banner off there because it covers up stuff when I try to share it.
Is somebody making a potato?
It's not me. Now we have Hunter Biden heads into Georgia forest in search of cocaine bear.
God, that would be so awesome.
Based on true events.
That's true.
Loosely.
very loosely.
Well, that's okay because so is most of Hunter Biden's life.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, and now it is time for Garbage Day at the Clintons. Wow.
Did you wipe
Too
it down
soon?
with a rag first?
I don't think
Suicide.
that's the Clintons. Look at that logo on that
Take on
trash
it.
can. That can't be right.
Suicide.
All right. Let's see. Let's skip that one. This one's kind of spicy, but we'll do it because we've already did worse. So
Sergeant missed the toes. You need to go back and show him the toes.
Mm-hmm.
always remember safety first. It's important.
I think she's been in an accident because her airbags have deployed.
That's fair. That's fair.
Ouch.
Okay. So now, yeah, he sent quite a few. So now we have me after banging a girl from work, and then everyone else in the family business.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Was Gizzard the one on the right? Because there's no way he was that tall guy on the left.
Well, this one's pretty good. This is pretty spicy here. Now we have Pope Francis visits the sick and the mentally ill.
That's fair.
That is very fair. And there is one I'll save for the after chat. So,
Really?
you want to see it?
Yep.
Those were the good ones.
All right, fine. Probably get me taken down, but it's
You probably
It's not like he
shouldn't
worked
show
hard
it,
to get this
Not
channel
worth
to
it.
be
Getting all
monetized
crazy.
or anything like that. I mean,
when you forget to knock before you open the fridge.
Really? Really? This is the one that you were worried
Yeah,
about showing?
Yeah. The toes was fine. The airbags was fine.
All
Chase,
right, I
send that
showed
one.
them all.
vegetable porn. No, we just can't have that. Mm-mm.
Can't have that.
Nope. That's where Gizzard draws his line.
Absolutely not.
I've seen some of that, but it's in the stuff Chase has sent, so I don't want to show that on the screen.
You should definitely show that one.
From C4 Defense,
Ooh, that's pretty.
have a Glock 20 Gen 5 with a TLR1 HL Streamlight and a water feature. Trijicon optic. Look at it. And he's got more than one picture here, so. Here is picture number 2. And yes, there's yet another one. I want to make sure and get them all because I don't want to be accused of forgetting any of his pictures. I have done that before. Now we have a P365X.
What's going on in front of the muzzle there?
It's a
I like
comic
that.
grip.
Very nice. Very nice indeed, sir. All right. So now we have this from X Adam 1. It is a Beretta.
Ooh.
Nice looking. Let's see if there's another picture in there. There is not. Okay. All right. And another picture from X Adam 1.
I like it. The bottom one, that is.
The bottom one, you say?
Yep. I mean, the other firearms are fine also, but I like the orange and black. Primarily because the orange really stands out to me, but plus I have this
Looks
weird
like red
obsession
to
with
me.
painting ARs.
I was gonna say it's more red than it is orange.
Very well
It's
could
red.
be. Let's say I have asked my doctor a couple times to test me for color blindness now, and they're like, "No, you're seeing colors is fine." I'm like, I don't think so.
Well, Obi is our official judge of orange. Is this orange or red?
Looks
Red.
orange to me.
Oh,
What?
Oh, snap.
Bright
validation.
I'm just saying, that's what it looks like. Your
That's bright
mileage
red.
may vary. Your mileage may vary.
Where's X Adam 1? He can confirm
So this
this.
whole time,
It's red and black.
Oh,
That one just-
what
Oh,
OB
there you
sees
go.
as orange isn't actually orange.
Probably like
Or in
Keisha.
my monitor, it looks orange, and your monitor, it looks red.
But in real life, it looks red according to X Adam 1. So
This is the new red dress, blue dress thing that to go around the internet.
mm-hmm.
Is it blue or gold?
Yes, it is. Okay, now we've got something here from Guns and Barbecue. So let's take a look-see here.
It's the only thing I had to send. I was like, I'm actually meant to take a photo today, and I was like, didn't get around to it.
Is that your haul from Owl and Anchor?
It is not. Well, I mean, some stuff that I've gotten over a period of time. I actually just got a big haul. I'm waiting for that to come in. I think it's supposed to be here Monday, so we'll see.
And there just happens to be a Kimber in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I see a
I bet
bad word on one of
X-
them in the back.
There's two different, same word, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh, Gizzard's just getting all crazy up in here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably that one that says propane.
Yeah, propane.
That was like almost completely hidden behind the Kimber.
when your
Propane.
cousin's shot and your fingers are not propane,
Wow.
you sure bet your
This is from Misha.
little big check.
Warning, this is from Misha. When your cop finds your crack pipe and you got to act like you don't know how it got in your asshole.
Jesus.
Wow.
This shows you
What a
at a
dick.
different level.
Oh, that's great.
You know where the line is
bad
now.
it wouldn't have been so bad if you didn't use your actual mugshot.
That's true.
That is definitely not going on mug shotties.
Wow.
Please tell us Misha sent some more.
Well, this one is actually from Rob D. And
Oh, Rob's getting into it now?
the fact that the profanity is kind of masked out is okay, but says, remember when? Never forget when G23 got knocked the F out.
It's a human jujube.
Is that too soon? That dude just got off the vacuum pump.
Needs one of those bandanas tied around his head backwards.
I like it.
I said what I said.
Appendix
Okay,
K with no holster.
one more picture from X Adam 1 here. And he says, I upgraded the handguard since this picture to an aluminum one. It's on my channel.
It's got a
There's
game
little bit-
changer break on there. Or compensator, I guess.
See, to me, it looked like game changer compensator, and to you, it looks like a break.
I just said the wrong word. I corrected myself.
Is it orange or red?
That looks more red there.
Yep, I vote red. Team red. Hashtag team red. All right. And then we have this from Chicago Mike the Shooter. But he's not shooting here. The only thing he's shooting is an out the front knife.
You can only have those in Illinois if you have your FOID card. Or actually, I'm sorry, your concealed carry, actually.
Is that true?
Unless they've changed since I left, that you couldn't buy auto knives in Illinois until they came up with the concealed carry, until the concealed carry licenses came out.
Okay, so we have some stuff in the text chat here. So we have something here from the gun snob. Well, if I could get it to come up, that is, we would. Try this again.
Well, Blitz says it's just a FOID.
Texas Rangers in 1883 with their 1873 Winchester carbines.
I just saw it on the Facebook and thought it was a cool photo.
Which one of them is your great grandpa?
Carrying around 10-year-old rifles?
None of them.
It is a cool picture. Okay, and then we have, this is also from Snob. If I could get it shared here.
Sometimes those pictures have the same gun in them over and over because the photographer had the gun sitting there and people couldn't afford them, but they wanted to look cool for where they were taking the picture for, like, their family or whatever for posterity. So they would, borrow cool stuff to have in the picture. So sometimes you see the same gun over and over and over. FYI.
That's an
That's
actual
good.
photo of Weston fishing last spring.
Yeah, don't worry about that nader in the background. Fish are biting.
That thing's nowhere near them. I'd be fishing also.
Yeah, fish on, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're so happy that a bunch of fish get scooped up, scooped up, and you can grab them before the tornado hits them.
Especially when you're
Grab 'em right
sending
out of the air.
largemouth like that. I mean, come on.
Heck yeah.
I don't think his mouth is overly large.
Not really.
So what kind of beer is he drinking?
Well, anything. That,
Natty Light, 100%.
yep.
Maybe PBR, but more than likely.
And depending on where he's at and where that tornado is at, he may also be drinking old style.
Yeah, there's no way he's drinking PBR at the time of that photo. Now, when he gets home to celebrate, he's drinking PBR, but he's definitely drinking Natty while he's out there
Maybe
catching those fish.
Keystone Light.
Oh, maybe.
Especially line can.
So this is from Anne-Marie B., who says, I don't know much about this except it's old. I've had it forever. So this is a sword. This is one of the pictures. There are a few.
I've seen this on Pawn Stars.
1437 Japanese.
Yep, I've seen this on Pawn Stars. There's like this little thing. It's a little wood dowel. You take that out of the handle, then you like push on the handle really hard. Like you gotta almost punch it with your palm, and then the handle will come off. And then there'll be like little Japanese stuff that you have no idea how to read it or anything. But that's gonna be like $1 million sword. I guarantee it. Just do all that.
Do you have a guy?
I am the guy.
There's picture number 2. And then there is one more.
Oh, you know what? That's actually fake. I'll give you $50.
You're all
Chase
hard,
just sent
man.
you some GORN Gizzard. I forwarded it to you.
Okay, and there's the last picture. It is cool, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so. Good gosh, how many pictures did he send me here? Okay, this is from Chris Lang. He says, this is the history of my ASS, air-powered sniping system. So there's picture one.
Wouldn't that be an APS?
Or APSS.
ASS, air-powered sniping system.
There's a
Air-powered
hyphen.
is all one word, by the
I
way.
didn't know that became a
Hyphen and
compound word.
air-powered.
No, he's got it all spelled as one word, so I'm going to accept it. There's set picture number 2. And 3.
Barrel shoulder thing that goes up.
Oh yeah, that makes it super dangerous.
And 4. Told you there were a few pictures in here.
Ghost. You will be shortly.
And then the last one. The ASS, air-powered sniping system.
Pretty good.
It's pretty
I
fancy.
like it. I like it.
So maybe out hunting snipe.
There should be like a. Is there like an? You know what Indestructibles is?
Nope.
No.
I think I can't remember when it came around. It might have been before YouTube, but anyway, it's a place for nerds to put like if they're doing a project with something like, oh, I crammed this Arduino into this motor and then I use this blah blah blah, and they'll do like step by steps like that. And then back when 3D printers were first new, the first people to get them would put Indestructibles up, showing like it was essentially like a social network for step-by-step guides for different projects people did. And it was just a cool way to learn from other people who were doing projects and sharing it. And I was wondering if there was something like an Indestructibles for guns, like a website that's out there that is just for people who are either reloading or DIY or modifications or something. And they just do what he just did right there. Show like, here's where I started, here's the process, and here's what I ended up with. Because there's forum, what do you call them? Like forum threads about that kind of stuff sometimes. But I don't know if there's a whole platform for just that. That might be interesting.
Okay, this is from Chicago Mike again. Looking at a canic.
Got himself a canic.
Where's the rest of that gun? I want to see the top of it.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like the grip disappeared into the background. That's what you call camouflage.
What if you get grips for your pistol made out of the same material your carpet is made out of in the car, and then your vehicle gun just blends right in?
You want to do a whole wrap on that, though. You don't want to
So once again, this is from Misha, and he says, "How dare he attack G23?"
Anybody that has a fancy drawer with cutout foam for them, that's treating them special, like right there. That's a lot of respect for them.
That's right.
I like how Misha actually took the time to find 10-round mag Glocks to put in this photo so it was accurate. So he's not actually going to jail for showing me.
That's true.
They comply, yeah. That's how you know it's a legit photo.
That's attention to detail there, let me tell you.
Where are you going?
I like how Gizzard's just completely ignoring Chase out there. His good buddy Chase, and he hadn't even told him how
I
much
was back
kinda
on the
dirty.
email. I wanted to finish up on the email before I went back to the chat.
Excuses.
He
Where
doesn't
did it
care
go?
about the chat. Chase is out there asking legitimate questions.
Wow.
Oh, that's from Chase, by the way. That's not what I was talking about, but
That's bad. Good, but bad. Was there something else I was supposed to have gotten? Because that's all I got.
no, he was out there in the chat
Oh, I can't see the
asking
chat.
legitimate questions. You don't want to read it, trust me.
I don't want to read it. Was it bad?
Mm-mm.
It's on your screen. It's awful. You're getting banned.
I mean, it's nothing he didn't say live on Ghost Show.
I unboxed, the FMG. I unboxed an airsoft version of the FMG 9 from Magpul, an airsoft version of it, and I got the stream taken down in a strike.
I saw that, that the stream was deleted. I was like, what the heck?
Can't show them dangerous toy guns on the screen.
Doesn't even hardly look like a gun, but I did shoot it a bunch of times. How far behind is everybody? They're just now seeing Trambo.
Must be a little
Everybody,
bit of a
if you
delay.
there's a little red light down there next to live. So if you go down by the volume, it says live. If there's a little red lighting lit, then you're not now. You're back a while ago. Somehow you got kicked back into the history. You can hit the live button. It'll take you right up to now, though. Then you miss whatever we said a minute ago.
Okay, so now we're going to
Really,
take a
defense
quick.
dad? I'm
No,
not
that's
mean.
the
I'm
other-
just honest.
That's a little puppy snoring. Can you hear that dog snoring?
All right, so let's take a quick look at the Instagrams.
Are those things doing it right for you? Do you get paid on Instagram?
No,
You can get paid on Instagram. I know somebody's getting paid on Instagram.
I
OB
tried.
does.
They said something about I didn't have enough. I didn't meet all the guidelines.
Oh, same with me. I can't figure out how to get it to let me make money.
They just sent me a thing that said I could get my reels could be monetized. I get one. It re-ups every month. So it's not like it's a you're monetized on Instagram. It's apparently a month-to-month thing. But
Oh, that makes some sense because I do know people that are making money and they're not consistent. So that's interesting.
So this is the CRKT facet.
Where do you put CRKT in amongst all the other ones?
As far as ranking them,
Yeah, quality of knives. I know they have a lot of different ones, but
everything
to-
I handled from them seemed to
Buck.
be of pretty decent quality. I got to be honest with you.
compared to, I'm not disagreeing, but I mean, compared to like Buck and We and all the other ones that are out there these days. I don't know how many of them you looked at SHOT Show. I was just going through
I
all
didn't
of
get a chance to go through the entire bit because they were so busy and covered with people. I couldn't see them all, but the ones I picked up looked good. Now, they offer so many different models, CRKT does, compared to what some of the other knife companies do. As far as Buck goes, I think it's kind of a different target audience for CRKT versus Buck. Buck is more tradition, the hunters and stuff like that. CRKT is more something for everybody. But they've definitely got quite a few designers working with them, designing some pretty nice looking knives. So
I'm going to say on a 1 to 10, 10 being the best, CRKT is like 7, maybe even plus, depending on the model, like you say. But I think these knives are made for knife people that like knives, period, for whatever reason. And Buck, well, I just was saying like Buck, Case, all the rest. Some of those others, not all of them, but like some of those others, they're resting on their name. Like their knives don't open like these. They don't close at all. The quality of the stuff, the like materials even used, they're just, I'd say these are, like I say, a couple of notches above the midline. I was pretty impressed. I've always been impressed with CRKT, but this year, actually paying attention to them all again, these are definitely on the short list if you had to pick some, I think.
Oh yeah, I just
Anybody
bought
else
one
had the
this
same
last
opinion?
week. Matter of fact, so they impressed me well enough. Now this is a box that I got from Civivi. They actually sent me a knife to review, and this very same knife I did my first short from SHOT Show. This is the Baby Banter. I still have not broken a seal on that box. I'm going to do it on a video.
It's really
and-
cool that they sent a box that has a name. I like that.
Oh, yeah. So kind of a sneak peek. And then we have the Victorinox Swiss Army Support Backyard Chickens, which is that's an exclusive from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I just happened to be looking at their website and I saw that and it's like, okay, I have to have that one. So
you just ordered a box. You didn't get the knife that comes in the box.
well, obviously the knife is
That
on
one's the
top
knife
of the
on top.
box.
Is it really? I
Yeah, I took
Cannot
this
even tell.
picture right here on my desk.
Oh,
in front
shit.
of me.
I'm not joking. I thought that was just like a banner wrap thing that went around the box.
Would you
I-
look at it?
There's no contrast here for me, really. It's white box, white friggin' knife. I
So it all
literally
looks
thought,
the same to you. It's what you're saying.
yeah, pretty much.
Let me help you here. Here's the box, and here's the knife.
If anybody is out there, you go, how bad's barbecue? There you go.
So do you keep your knives in a toolbox or something, or do you keep your knives in like something else, or do you?
I
keep
don't
them
have
in
a
the
special
boxes?
thing yet. I'm looking for some sort of toolbox that I could put some like rubber liners on the bottom of it or something like that, so I could keep my collection somewhere nice.
What about humidors? You ever seen using a humidor? They can have some of them things
For a knife?
Yeah,
Never
Some of
have.
them, some of them can look pretty cool, and they got drawers, that are in this right side.
Okay, so if I go back to there it is. Okay, we still got it. Okay. All right, so now we're looking at the speaking of CRKT, the CEO. I actually bought one of those, and I'm gonna do a review on that. So
I'm just going to ask,
So
do I
he
need to play
supports backyard
Waldo?
chickens on his grill.
Do I need to play Where's Waldo with the knife into this one too? Or is it in the box?
it's still in the box. It's
okay,
still,
thank you.
Yeah, it's still in the box.
What's in the box? This is a nice box.
It is. Confidence in hand. Okay, now from Weston Probst, we have the PSAK 47. Is that it? Did Obi not do any this week?
Nope, I did not.
Wow.
Are you feeling okay?
I'm sick of
Say-
Instagram.
Like you need a hug or something?
He hasn't tweeted all week. He hasn't Insta all week. Wow. All right, so let's check to see if anything else came in the mail. It has not, but I've got, looks like some traffic here in the text chat. So I saw this one earlier today on Johnny B's video. Where did it go? Get back here. I'll get it eventually. Okay, so somebody photoshopped a beard onto Greta Thunberg, and it's hilarious. Wow.
How dare you?
I like it. All right, so That's true. Okay, this one will take you back a ways. Or maybe not. But it says the good old days when you had to stop and ask for directions. Yeah.
I don't know how much those directions are costing him.
A lot
Do you
of
want all
times,
the directions or just part of the directions?
a lot of times, those girls would offer to get in and drive you to where it was you're looking for.
Mhm.
So
If you want, and if you wanted to go around the world, they were willing to go there with you.
You had enough cash.
This one
mighty
probably
nice of
get me and a whole bunch of other people into trouble. But happy International Women's Day.
I did not know that Snob had a woman driving that car when you guys.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
That looks familiar. But hey, I didn't send it.
Defense, Dad. I bet that truck had J.C. Whitney shelves.
Okay, let's go further down the hole here. You don't ever see kids ride bikes anymore, just crackheads.
That's accurate.
At least they're staying in shape.
Okay, and
This one's just for OB.
Trust my gut, the thing that can't even handle milk.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm going to send one more, but this one's actually for the after chat. I don't think you should show it on the air.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, let me take care.
How bad is it? We've crossed a couple lines, I think, by now.
If it's coming from the chat I'm thinking of, it.
It's coming from Instagram, but it's pretty bad. It's got a song
Like
wrapped around it by Eminem.
Like the Instagram chat?
Drips?
Or just Instagram?
Just Instagram.
Oh, it might be all right.
Okay. Let's do a couple real quick plugs while we're waiting here. So discuss among yourselves, and I'll be right back.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
R&L Displays creates beautifully handcrafted wooden firearm display kits that give you endless options to display your firearms in different ways. With an interchangeable magazine design, you can effortlessly go from a wall mount firearm display to a desk or table stand. Also now available are pistol display stands. All products are handcrafted in New York, USA. So remember, visit rndldisplays.com.
What are all those little curly black hairs doing around those wood displays?
You're looking at the wrong wood from Rob.
I've got to jump out, take care of a couple of things, but thanks for the show. Thanks for hosting. Thanks for the link.
See you, G.
Thanks for doing the plugs each week as well. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying not to ask, but since there's silent time, what the heck was going on in that truck photo for Women's Day? I couldn't tell.
Oh, it was a wheel that had been totally demolished by curb checking it.
Oh, okay.
Oh. That was a grid as well.
So we have some more GORN that came in via email here. So this is from 2Live Moo. It says, this is a knife collection organizer, one of two of mine. That's a nice one. I need to get me something like that.
I feel like you only get that if you're bougie, like Moo.
He's fancy like Dollar Tree on a Monday. And his tank
Sorry,
top
got it.
and his blue jeans.
Yeah, I don't believe I'll be showing that on the screen.
Which one?
Yeah, I told you it was for the after chat.
Yeah, it probably better be for the after chat. Oh,
It's still
what
funny.
is this? Travis T says, Gizzard Gary, look for Kennedy toolboxes, shallow drawers lined in felt from machinist tools. You can find nice used ones cheap. Weston says, check out Zach's stuff video a few weeks ago on knife storage and displays. All right, thanks for the ideas. Chase says, I legitimately keep most of my knives in one of the safes. There was something else earlier. Why can't I find it?
I keep my knife.
Well, if
in
it
my
was from
pocket.
Chase, you don't want to read it because it was about trimesters and cows.
Something about making sweaters. What in the world are we talking about? I don't get it, but okay. Let's see. Ghost said he sent me an Insta message for GORN. Hold on. I gotta switch accounts back to my main account here. So, sorry for you people who are waiting for me. We'll get going here as soon as we can. Finstad says, I have more knives than guns. They're everywhere. That can happen. This is taking forever for some reason. There we go. Okay, messages. What? What in the world am I looking at here?
No, just put it on and we'll explain it.
I'll describe it for everybody. What the?
I saw that. That's funny.
What in the absolute hell?
I saw him when he was in a park. I don't remember if somebody sent it or if I just saw it.
Okay. All right. So, is that it for the GORN? It must be. I'm going to declare this a GORN-free zone then. We're done with the GORN. All right. So, let me get that off the screen. We're going to go into the last segment of the program, what I call What Did You Learn? In this segment, I'm going to go to each of the panelists, ask them what they learned, and then give them a chance to plug and promote anything they would like to talk about. So let's go to Obnoxious One. What did you learn?
Not a damn thing. Oh, I guess I learned that the fine art of asking for directions has basically disappeared from our world. It's really a shame.
Wow.
I've learned that I have a maybe Kent Nelson in my text chain.
Yes.
Why did it change
I'm sick
again?
of that guy as well.
That's bugging the shit out of me.
I don't know why. It's because I got the new phone and crap because I broke mine last week.
Because he added a new email address is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
So I
add
have a
an
maybe
email
Kent
address.
Nelson in my email in my text chain, and it's bugging the shit out of me. Don't care for that.
All you
at
got to
all.
do is add it to the other contact. I finally
That's
fixed
true.
it today. The maybe Kent Nelson guy.
Well, Obi, what do you have coming up for us? Anything?
I don't know. I got stuff. Got stuff and things.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for being here.
Just
And
more
I
of
have
that.
one last panelist to add to the stream, that being Ghost Tactical has jumped in here.
I was just coming in for the after chat. How you doing?
Okay. Well, you can hang out while we say our goodbyes then.
Got here a little early.
Gun Snub.
I'm not very smart.
What did you learn?
You don't want to know. But
You
I
can tell
learned she
us.
had really pretty toes.
That's true. You got anything coming up for us?
I just released a EAA or a Gerson video. You should go watch that. And then I'm going to finish up a video on the Red Dot tomorrow, and probably the Streamlight ProTac. I might have both of them this week if everything goes well. We'll see.
You need to check out the comments of that EAA video as well.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you for being here as always. Guns and Barbecue. What did you learn?
I don't know if Snob's ready for this, but we're gonna let it fly. I learned that Mystic is used to small things that last less than a minute.
Really? You just learned that?
That's not a secret.
I know it was more of like a refresher.
Sound like you're phoning in your what did I learn?
I did.
Well,
It's
tell
just
us
because
what
I
you
like to
got.
pick on Snob.
Tell us what you got coming up.
A Tuesday and Thursday show. Sometimes there's a Wednesday show. I should probably start making videos and/or shorts, but I don't ever get around to doing either of those. However, there might be something that I do this Sunday. We'll have to see. I don't know. So,
Are you gonna do like
possibly
an early barbecue chat?
Sure, we'll call it that.
I just
No.
spoiled it.
Yeah, you did. You ruined it. All right.
Thanks for the
Anything-
invite, Gizzard.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for being here. Sarge, C4 Defense, what did you learn?
I learned that apparently when you're the co-host, you can hack someone's username and time out innocent victims.
I'm not the co-host.
Yeah, you shut your dirty mouth. I had nothing to do with that.
I didn't either. Look who wanted to come up and say bye.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Snob.
Okay,
Whatever
what have
she
you got?
texted me, and she thinks it was me that timed you out. I should have taken a picture.
What have you got coming up, Sarge?
I've got 2 videos I'm working on right now, editing, trying to get them done before we head out to the gathering at the end of the month.
All right. Thank you for being here. And Ghost, would you like to plug anything while you're here? I know you haven't been here long enough to learn anything, but I'll give you a chance. What did you learn?
Not a lot. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for having me. No, appreciate it.
You bet. Anything to plug before we get going here?
Not a thing.
Not a thing.
Not a thing. Absolutely not.
All right. Well, fair enough. So anyway, let me go ahead. If I click the right button, I can do all kinds of things. Turn that off. I would like to thank everybody for watching tonight. Fowl Territory 209. Thank you very much. Everybody out there in the audience on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and those who watch on replay on those channels, also Odyssey, well, no, Rumble, and Utreon. How about that? Plus everybody who listens to the audio podcast this next week. Thank you for enduring half this stuff that you couldn't even see, which is probably better for you. So anyway, I would also like to thank my panelists for a great show. And as always, thank all of my channel members on youtube.com for their support of the channel. It is very much appreciated, as it always is. And before we get out of here, I would like to, well, here, I can't get to the place I need to be. I would like to remind everybody, and you guys can participate out there, turn on your cameras if you want to, because if anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, what do? Give him the bird. All right. This is Gizzard Gary on behalf of my panel. Have a great weekend. We will see you next week, St. Patrick's Day. We will be doing this, so we will, as soon as I find the button, we'll see you next week. Light shout outs. Get them out there.
That's Catherine.
Adios, Felicio. It's bye.